Hey everybody, we're here at the end of week 7. I want to do another rapid fire update of a few of the bills we've been working on. So Don, let's start with the bill we've nicknamed "What is a Woman?"
Well, and it's amazing we even have to ask that question, but we do and did, and it basically defines in statute that a woman is what she was when at birth, biologically, and so that has advanced through the chambers, and it's I think it passed the House 57-9. I mean, so most people agree that they understand what a woman is, and so we're happy that's advancing.
And joking aside, it had definitions for male and female.
Male and female. Yeah,
we put on our Matt Walsh hat once in a while.
Yeah, we did.
2 bills related to the life issue. One dealing with abortion pills that are coming in from out of state. This gives the Attorney General more tools to go after and prosecute those out of state shippers, the pill pushers we call them, that passed the House 61-5. Another bill just adding additional clarity to our abortion laws. Right now already you can do miscarriage treatment, ectopic pregnancies, all of those things. You can care for all of those situations, but it's not specifically written into the law. And so with all the misinformation we've seen recently, we just made the decision, let's specifically write it in to add more clarity for the public. So that also passed the House 60-6.
We also passed this week in the House chamber a bill that increases the penalty for disrupting a worship service. And I will tell you, in 2024, there were 424 incidences across the nation where worship services were disrupted by protesters and by violence and so on. So we felt it was important that we have really a greater deterrent to that sort of thing, because it's happening more often, and we want to make sure that families can worship in a place of peace, not chaos.
Yep. Next, let's do sports betting. So this is a measure that would bring the state into the sports betting game, so-called. So right now there's a bunch of different states that have done this, the mobile sports betting. So right now you have to go to Deadwood, you sit at the casino, you bet on a game. They want to go mobile. And so this is, it's one of the fastest growing addictions in America right now. Dave Ramsey just the other day said, they're screwing an entire generation of young men, and 18 to 34 is the demographic most hit. And what we've actually seen is when you legalize, quote unquote, and start regulating the industry, the black market illegal betting actually increases. Because we've heard of, well, we just need to regulate this so we can put guardrails around it. But actually, once you do the quote unquote legal gaming, the illegal stuff increases faster than the regulated gaming. So it's kind of a false hope of, hey, we can put guardrails around this. Yep.
And clearly a lot of unintended consequences.
Yep. So the bill was killed in committee this week, but they're going to attempt to resurrect the bill in a move called a smoke out, which is where they can force the committee, even though they killed the bill, to deliver it to the floor anyways. So we need you to reach out to your representatives, because they're going to try and smoke this bill out and force it to the floor. So you can go to our website and reach out to your representatives there, ask them to vote no.
So another bill that we are working on is, we call it age verification. Basically, what that's about is we think apps should, because they have terms and conditions built into the app to be able to accept it, we think that there should be an age verification piece to that for the parents. Because the problem is, if you're under 18, you really can't contractually obligate yourself by accepting terms and conditions in an app, and so we think that's a bad practice, and it happens today, of course. But this tightens that up by adding this requirement on the part of the app to verify the age, or at least get parental consent.
So then, if little Johnny wants to download a Monster Truck game, he can't sign those terms and conditions, but mom or dad's phone gets a ping.
That's
as a legal consenting adult, do you consent to the terms and service?
Right.
Puts parents in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Then finally, also putting parents in the driver's seat is parental rights legislation. This would apply similar legal protections to parental rights and the fundamental right to direct a child's upbringing, education, medical decisions, etc. It would put the similar legal protections over there as we do for freedom of speech, freedom of religion, that restriction on government of, if we're going to infringe on a citizen's right, if we're going to take action in a way that steps on those rights, we better pass some pretty serious tests that we're going to put those restrictions on ourselves as the state before we infringe on a citizen's rights. So that has come out of both committees. It's come past the Senate already. It'll be on the House floor here soon. So we need you to reach out to your representatives on that one as well. Ask them to vote yes. We need you to reach out on sports betting, age verification, and parental rights. Send emails to your legislators. Reach out. Let's get those actions taken. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. We're almost done.